Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode. I know, I've been coming out with videos left and right. I hope you watch them, I hope you enjoy them, and I hope you're glad about the new extremely fast posting schedule that I won't be able to keep up for very long. But in this video, we're going to go over some of the top shorted stocks and what I think about them. And some of these stocks I actually own right now, which is pretty crazy to think about. If you haven't got it checked out already, M1 Finance is still having their $50 promotion for getting signed up. The link is down below in the description. So you just scroll down, you click this link, which is right here. 123 people have signed up so far. And all you got to do is sign up, make a deposit of $100, and they give you $50 for getting signed up, which is an incredible deal for almost pretty much no work. If you haven't seen me before, my name is Jordan. I'm a millennial investor, and I track my annual and monthly income and profits that I make with the stock market and how I plan to get to $1 million in my portfolio by my 40th birthday, which is listed right here where my mouse is at. Like and subscribe down below if you haven't already, and let's go ahead and jump straight into it. Okay, so to start off, we are going to look at the top shorted stock list posted here by MarketWatch. And a bunch of these names you're not going to recognize. You have some really sketchy biopharma companies that are pretty much nameless whatsoever. But I wanted to point out some of the main stocks, some of the ones that are really noticeable. You might recognize them first right off the bat. And the first one I want to start off with is Lemonade. Let's actually go ahead and zoom out here so that way we can see the short percent interest. Yeah, so Lemonade is the first one I want to point out. Lemonade has a short percent interest of 35%. Now this is a company that has faced issues with profitability, and I can definitely see some reasons why people would want to short it, but 35%, that's absolutely crazy. Kind of a similar story going to Beyond Meat, a company that I was previously a shareholder of. I originally sold my shares at, I think I sold my shares at 120 each if I'm not mistaken, but Beyond Meat has a short percent interest of 34%. Over 1/3 of the company is now short, and that is crazy to think this is happening to a company that is still having well into the double digit in revenue growth. 2021 has been absolutely brutal for this company, but it's still crazy to think about a company of this quality still being shorted over 34%, guys. Now, next up, the one that you all know and love, one that we definitely have posted about a lot on this channel, one that I've been a biggest shareholder of, and my biggest booked losses in 2021 came from Tattooed Chef Incorporated. 33.74%. And we're going to get to that in just a second, but this is one of the top shorted stocks on the market right now. And that leads me to the next one, Corsair Gaming, which is still one of my largest positions in my stock portfolio. If we jump over here to Fidelity, it is my third largest position, tied with, almost pretty much tied with iRobot. But you can see that Tattooed Chef and Corsair Gaming are two of some of the top, most shorted stocks in the market. And it's crazy to think for a company that's growing revenue and profits that this is this high. And that leads me to scroll down the list a little bit here. Now, the numbers are starting to get a little bit lower, but my second largest position, pretty much tied with what I put into Corsair Gaming, iRobot is one of the most top shorted stocks in the entire stock market. Over 1/4 of the company, about 26% short interest, currently exists on this company as of November 30th, just a couple weeks ago. And it goes further than this. I want to lead to the most recent short interest and then leading up to this. You can see that it's been increasing over time for the three that we're going to talk about, which is Tattooed Chef, Corsair Gaming, and iRobot. Tattooed Chef, you can see over the last couple of months, you can see it went from 14 million, 12 million, 13 million, 14, 15, and now the most recently highest number being at over 16 million shares shorted. Corsair Gaming, looking over the last couple of quarters or so, you can see that we had about 10.5 million, 10.7, 11 million, 12 million, 11 million, and back to 12 million at pretty much the almost peak levels where it's been at so far. iRobot, pretty much a similar story, either at or near all-time highs. We flirted around with 5 million, 6 million, and then it reached some 7s at one point. And as of the most recent update, we're 6.8 million shares shorted. Now, if we go to iBorrowDesk, it shows the amount of shares that's available to short, which this is what's really crazy of all. Tattooed Chef of all three of these is the most insane. You can see if its most recent updates within the last couple of days. First off, what it's costing shorts not to invest, but to sell short this company, you're looking at double-digit fee rates. The bar rate for this company floats anywhere from about 15 to 20%. So basically, if you don't know what that means that if you short Tattooed Chef stock right now, and the company just stayed flat, it didn't go up a penny, didn't go down a penny, and you held it for 1 year. and you sold it out 1 year later, you would lose about 20% of your investment because you're paying interest to your broker because it's hard for them to lend it out because people want to buy it. Now, it's harder and harder for this company to be shorted when so many shorts have piled into the stock. And it's basically these brokers are milking 15, 20% short interest fees every single year that these shorts are holding these shares. Now, will this pay off for them? That's to be told. We'll see in the future. But right now, looking at 15, 20% plus short interest rates, this is absolutely crazy. I mean, that's almost 2% a month, right? That's absolutely crazy. I don't know if this will hold. And you can see that right now they have pretty much no shares short as of the most recent update, anywhere from 1,000 to 200 shares short. So literally every single share that's pretty much out there on the public market. Now, looking at Corsair Gaming, it's not quite as bad as Tattooed Chef. Tattooed Chef is in a crowd among its own, right? But you can see it's finally starting to increase as shorts have finally started to cover their position. But in the most recent couple of days, you can see anywhere from about 500,000 is the average. Only 500,000 shares short for a company that has tens of millions of public shares in the public markets. I think it has around 30 million shares in the free float, if I'm not mistaken. But you can see only 500,000 available to short is still pretty low considering how many shares are out there. Now, going to iRobot, you can see pretty much a similar story. While the fee rate for this one is not nearly as high as the others, the amount of shares short available, only 200,000, which in retrospect, when you're looking at the bigger picture, for a company that has tens of millions of shares available, you can only short 600,000 and then they're completely out. So this company has been completely piled in with shorts, just like the last two that we've seen. And this leads me to where do I think these companies are going in the future? All three of these are companies that I either have owned or currently own. I currently have about 200 shares of iRobot. I have 500 shares of Corsair Gaming. So I believe in these companies. To have over 500,000 shares in Corsair Gaming, I definitely have to believe in it. Tattooed Chef is one that I did own throughout most of 2021. I did some tax loss harvesting and sold out of my position. But regardless, all of these companies are growing revenue growth in the mid or even double digits, okay? Either mid-high single digits or mid-double digits. So it's pretty crazy to see that these companies are shorted this high. And whether or not these companies will be successes in 2022, that's to be told in the future. But it's at what point do these shorts cover? Is it tomorrow? Is it next week? Is it next month? I mean, who knows? But the thing is, at some point, these shorts are going to have to cover their position. They might keep it open for the short term and try to squeeze out a little bit of profit. They may end up covering, or they may even be getting short squeezed. Who knows? But this is a dangerous game these people are playing for shorting a company, for all three of these companies, I should say, that are growing revenue and profits, top line and bottom line. And I think this is just doomed for trouble for the shorts. And I think we're probably going to see some big upwards move over the next year for all three of these companies. If you haven't got it checked out already, go ahead and check out down below. M1 Finance giving up to $50 for getting signed up, as I mentioned previously in the video. Other than that, guys, thank you for tuning in. Subscribe if you like this type of content. And hopefully I'll see you guys very soon. I've been posting like crazy lately, and I'm going to try to keep it up for as long as I can. But it's a little bit hard with Christmas. But right now, while I have a break from school, I'm trying to take advantage of it. But thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.